Thank you for watching the BWEC podcast. Please like and subscribe. Peace and welcome. I am your host, Empress Ayana, and this is the BWEC newsletter feature entrepreneur interview with Dorothy Smith of DMS Bookkeeping. I am the founder of the BWEC. Thank you so much for being here with us to enjoy this interview.
I am Dorothy Hart, retired pharmacist. I am a technical assistant leader. And if you have any issues with your alignable profile, I would be glad to help you. Thank you.
And I am Tanya Crawl. I am the BWEC Quality Assurance Leader, and I'm excited about this opportunity to have this conversation with Dorothy.
The woman of the hour, Miss Dorothy Smith. Welcome, Dorothy. Woo!
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's awesome. Dorothy Smith, founder of DMS Bookkeeping, brings over 30 years of financial expertise, including 20 years in the U.S. Air Force as a financial management specialist. She is an IRS nationally enrolled agent with a master's in accounting and financial management, a bachelor's in business management, and extensive tax resolution training. Dorothy is a member of the National Association of Enrolled Agents, the NAEA, and the American Society of Tax Problem Solvers, the ASTPS. Committed to community service, Dorothy volunteers with the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, or the VITA program, as well as SCORE, mentoring aspiring entrepreneurs. Her mission at DMS Bookkeeping is to empower individuals and businesses with clear, reliable guidance through tax complexities. Dorothy's proactive approach builds confidence, eliminates confusion, and ensures accuracy in every filing. We celebrate Dorothy Smith's dedication to empowering clients and her invaluable contributions to the Black Women's Entrepreneurial Collective. Thank you so much, Dorothy. We're so happy to have you here with us. Yes,
glad, good to be here.
Yes, so we're just going to get right into it and start asking our questions. So to kick it off, can you share a bit about your journey and what inspired you to start DMS Bookkeeping?
So really, what inspired me to start DMS Bookkeeping? Of course, I served in the United States Air Force 20 years. I was on active duty for 20 years. So when I got off active duty, I did not want to work for anybody. So I started my own bookkeeping practice. Already had the experience because I was on active duty, and also have a master's degree in accounting. So I felt like I had everything I needed to start the business.
So it was just a natural, pretty much like transition. So like, do you love numbers? Like, what made you even study accounting?
Well, actually, when you go in the military, there's a test that you have to take, and it's called an ASVAB, and I don't know what those acronyms stand for, but I scored high in the accounting arena. So actually, they put me in accounting. So.
Wow, that is so interesting. Wow, like I did not know that. Well, obviously, I don't know anything about the military, too much about the military, but that's really interesting. So after you were in the military, that's when you went to school for accounting after that?
No, all my accounting experience, I got it when I was on active duty. I was in accounting when I was on active duty. I was a financial management specialist, accounting.
Wow,
Same thing.
That's really super interesting. Okay, so what, from your perspective, what sets DMS Bookkeeping apart from other financial services firms?
So for me, I think the biggest thing for me is I'm thorough. And then I'm more of an educator. I want to educate you on why things are happening.
I love that. I love that because, you know, a lot of times I think that when we are offering services, we just hit people with just a lot of paperwork and this and that. And a lot of times people don't leave with an understanding of what it is. You know, it's like, I'm just going to leave it to the experts. And the fact that you incorporate the education with your services and what you're offering, I think that that's of the utmost importance, right? Because you're not, you want for the people, your clients, to feel informed, right? Not that you have all the power, because we know that information is power. So I love the fact that you allow and, you know, you extend that power to your clients by, you know, allowing them to have access to the education that you're going to offer them just by working with them, you know? So I think that's really important, and I really commend you on that. Now, Dorcia, you are up next.
Okay, thank you. So, Dorothy, what are some of the common challenges you see individuals and businesses face when managing their taxes, and how do you help them overcome these?
I think one of the biggest challenges that I see is they're not organized.
Okay.
And the way I help them is I kind of give them a list of things that I need to do their tax returns. And then if they have questions as to why they need them, that's why I say I can explain it to them. But
Okay.
I think that's the biggest challenge. They're not all organized.
Okay, so you actually give them a list of things that they need to gather, and then that helps you actually get the information, and it helps them get well organized.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. What advice would you give to the entrepreneurs who feel overwhelmed by financial management and tax compliance?
I would say do one thing at a time. You know, don't try to do it all at once. So all your documents that you need, just take your time and do one thing at a time. And I think you won't get overwhelmed with that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess look, all of us trying to do taxes, we don't know where to start, you know, and it just gets out of control. And yeah, I get you. What
Yeah.
about? Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. I was just going to ask, do you work with like what states do you cover? Is it just the state you're in? And tell the people what state you actually are in, Dorothy, and how many states do you cover when it comes to taxes?
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the state of Tennessee. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. But I'm good in all states. The only thing is that I have to understand those state rules, because every state is different. Now, federal, you know, that's consistent across the board. Excuse me, but every state is different. So I will have to understand those state laws, but once I understand it, it's probably pretty much the same as Tennessee. You know, you got certain documents that you have to file. So like, for instance, say a LLC, it's different. Like Mississippi and Tennessee, we just across the line, but it's some things that we have to do in Tennessee they don't have to do in Mississippi. And so that's that's why. Yeah.
So you have to actually research the state for them, because they won't really know what their things are about.
No, they won't. No. Or and if I can't get a clear understanding of the website, I'll just call them and ask them.
Okay.
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 Oh, you got another question? I'm sorry.
I have one more question.
Okay.
You can go ahead if you want.
Go ahead, Tanya.
No, I was just gonna say, Dorothy, thank you for your service first and foremost. I love communicating with veterans and hearing about their civilian life post-military. So thank you for your service. I know you said that you kind of just taking the test. You got an understanding that this was the area of your expertise. And because you found that out, that's where you were placed. And it gave you opportunity to grow and to flourish. They created an environment for you to grow and to flourish. And it just made me think about the environment that we try to provide in the BWECs, and which stands for Black Women's Entrepreneur Collective. We so used to saying the acronym that we forget to say the actual name of the organization. And we try to create that same environment in the alignable group. So what has that experience been like for you in the BWEC?
I think it has had a a real good it's been really good for me because I have a problem in the confidence area. I need to build my confidence, and I think that's what this group has done for me. Because at first I did not want to come on here and do this interview because I told Miss Dorcia, she said, "You haven't responded." I was like, I don't want to do it because I don't want to talk in front of people. I'm more of a
Right.
background person. But
I get
think
it.
that's
Yeah, me
what
too.
this, yeah, I think
We're
that's
all
what
like that.
this group has done. And I've learned so many things from Miss Dorcia and Miss Empress on how to build my business and how to run my business, and you as well. So I think those two things, the confidence and how to run my business professionally with all the tools and stuff that y'all and things that y'all have given me is, has helped me a whole lot.
Right. And that kind of segues into my next question. What resources have you utilized that's within the BWC? Because
Well,
I know you come regularly to the mastermind roundtables. You definitely
mhm.
a regular and a staple there. But what other services have you used?
Well, one thing is when Miss Dorcia did that class on the boundaries. So
Oh
now
yeah, I remember.
now I have put some boundaries in place around my business. And then Miss Empress said something about that I needed more light in my space, and I don't have it up, but I actually did buy the light so I can get more space. If I wanted to start doing interviews, now I have the light to do it.
Let's go. I love it. I love everything that you've said. And I love the fact that you're finding value. I mean, you are a regular. And this is one of the reasons why, we had to highlight you. We had to feature you. You have been supporting the BWEC, and we really just appreciate you. And I'm so happy to hear that you're getting so much value from out of showing up to the meetings and the different things that we have going on, because you are always at the fundamentals of navigating alignable meetings, always. And let's talk really quickly about how important it is to want to absorb knowledge and information, right? A lot of people are kind of like lazy, right? And they're not looking for the information, they're not looking for the knowledge. And I think it really speaks it speaks very highly to how you show up in your business and for yourself, just wanting to be educated. And you're not just accepting where you are now. You're saying, no, I want to boost my confidence, I want to show up, I want to be better. And I think that there's a lot that we can take from that, and I think that's in and of itself very valuable, because you're not alone, right? And sometimes, even when you're a more of a background type of a person, you have to be flexible when the time comes, because being in the forefront is, you have to be in the forefront in order, right, to actually run a successful business. In many ways, at some point in time, you got to step out, right, of your comfort zone and be the main character. right, in your business, in your life. And so I think that that's beautiful that you are finding that in the BWEC and that you're actually applying it. It's not just about finding it, but you're also applying it. So kudos to you for that. Dorcia, I'm going to let you take it away.
Okay, I have one more question. Dorothy, how can small business owners proactively avoid common pitfalls with bookkeeping and taxes?
The biggest way they can avoid it is hire a bookkeeper if you can't do it yourself. And really, you shouldn't be doing it yourself. The IRS is coming out with so many guidelines. But if you feel like you can't do the bookkeeping or taxes yourself, go hire somebody.
Right, somebody like you, right?
It don't have to be me, but but for me, I would not touch a business owner's tax return if they are not working with a bookkeeper.
Okay.
So you don't do bookkeeping?
I do bookkeeping.
Oh, so you do bookkeeping. So
Mhm.
they do need to call you if they need any tax services.
Yes.
They can.
They need to contact DMS bookkeeping, right?
Right.
That's
Own
who
it.
they need to call.
Right,
Okay.
Dorothy. Own
So
it, Dorothy.
that's right. That's right. So y'all call Dorothy, DMS bookkeeping, if you need a bookkeeper and you need to get all of your tax paperwork in order so you could file and you don't get audited, you don't have no problems, you know, like contact Dorothy Smith, okay? Come on now,
Yep.
Dorothy.
Yep. Because
I love it.
they are auditing left and right.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Wow.
Yep.
So this isn't like one of our questions, but I was wondering in terms of cost, where would you say your fees fall? Is it on the higher end, the lower end, in the middle? Where would you say your service fees fall?
I would say in the middle, but you know, I would have to do a review on your books first or your taxes, and then I could come back and give you a price. But I wouldn't
Okay.
just, you know, I can't do it without looking at what you have. But yeah,
The paper.
but I would say,
Right.
you know, I'll work with you. It's no, you know, so.
Okay, I love it. Now, does your business accept payments like through Afterpay and things like that? Do people have that kind of option when they're working with you, or is it like a upfront? How does it work?
Well, yeah, I accept credit cards and debit cards through the payment processes because everybody is doing that now. And just the down payment is up front, the review fee is up front, but those are low fees. And then if I'm not going to be able to do it, I'll let you know, but those are non-refundable because I'm going to review the work. But yeah.
Okay. All right. I love it. And so, okay. You've been actively involved in programs like the VITA program, which for those who are not aware what the VITA program is, it is the volunteer income tax assistance program. So you've been actively involved in programs like VITA and SCORE. How has volunteering influenced your personal and professional growth?
It has influenced it a lot. Because I love the taxes. That's what I love to do. And so I volunteer for VITA, and what they do is they file tax returns for low income. There's no charge to the people. So I do that every year during tax season. And so I like that. And with SCORE, it's the same thing because when they come through there, those people are starting off and they SCORE have plenty of resources, but I focus on the bookkeeping and the taxes. And so I get to help these business owners start off the right way, start off with good resources. And I like that. And I mean, it's volunteer, but it's okay because I like what I do. So.
Yes, this is the question. Prior, I was saying, oh my goodness, like this is the thing that was in your bio that really resonated with me because I have also volunteered with the VITA program and I loved it. I actually really love doing taxes. I do too. And I've been thinking about at some point in time picking it back up because I just felt when I was doing it, it was just a really fulfilling. It was so fulfilling, to be helping people, to be supporting them, to be putting the numbers in. It's just it to see what they're going to get back at the end, And I just think I had such a great time doing it, and so it really resonated with me when I saw that you also volunteered for that program, and I also went through the SCORE program. I was never a mentor for SCORE, but I did graduate from there. I think it was like a 5 or 6 week program that they have that I went through, and I learned a lot through that program, the SCORE program as well. It was a really interesting experience because, well, at least for the SCORE that's here in Fairfield County, Connecticut, the environment here is kind of like it's a little stushy, it's a little stushy, and they had a lot of old white men, right? Lots of old white men that were mentors at the SCORE program in my area, and they were very like blunt and direct about business and things like that. And I remember being like totally in my feelings and very connected with my business and the way I saw it. But I feel like SCORE really helped me to put my head on straight as it related to business. And I think that more people should engage the SCORE program because it is a really amazing program. Especially, I mean, I guess it depends on your area and funding and stuff like that because it is a volunteer program. But I believe that more people should get involved with SCORE. Would you agree, Dorothy?
Oh yeah, I do. Get involved, and you don't have to. You can do what you like to do. See, man, I like bookkeeping and taxes. That's all I want to do. So I help the clients start off with their bookkeeping and taxes. Like I said, the right way, set it up. If they want to use QuickBooks, you can use Excel. I show them how to file their own tax return. Just what I like to do. So I
Right.
start with the bookkeeping and go, I take them through the whole process. And I'm still there with them. I got some, they still call me during tax season. Guess what? I'm going to walk them through all their taxes that they need to do. They don't have to go pay anybody.
Right. And you're passionate about it. And
Yeah.
I think that's what it's about. It's nothing like getting in front of somebody that is actually passionate and cares about, what they're doing because I mean, I think we all can attest to engaging with businesses every day. We have to call or deal with a business every single day. And a lot of people are just doing it for the money. They're doing it because they got to pay their bills or, I mean, not that we don't need to pay our bills, but I'm just saying that it's a lack of passion kind of there. They're just showing up to their place of employment type of a thing. And I feel like it's very special when you can get in front of someone that actually loves what they do. They're passionate about it and they're going to put the time and energy into it. And so, I have a lot of gratitude for entrepreneurs who put that extra, do the extra step, go the extra mile for their clients. So thank you for that and the service that you provide to the level of service that you provide to the community. So what's your vision for the future of DMS bookkeeping? Are there any new services or goals you're working towards?
Yes. So I'm adding on tax resolution, and I want to add on tax planning as well. And tax resolution is I'm licensed to speak to the IRS on behalf of the client. So if you have problems with the IRS and you say, Dorothy, I don't want to talk to them, I can talk to them for you.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
I'm working on adding that service on, as well as tax planning, which is helping the client reduce their tax liability.
I love
the legal
that.
way. It's
Right.
yeah. It's legal.
You gotta put that out there.
Yeah. It's legal strategies out there that people can use to reduce their tax liability. And that's the other service that I'm planning to add on to what I'm already doing. So I'll be doing the whole thing, bookkeeping, the taxes. If you got tax problems, I can help you. If you want to reduce your tax liability, I'll be able to help you with that. So
I love that. And I just wanted to ask, because you know how some people well, I guess it's more like if you go to an H&R Block and stuff like that, where people can pay the tax preparer from out of their, what they get back, their refund. Do you do anything like that? Or is it you strictly just stay away from that?
no, you can do that. But the issue is a lot of people don't know. The problem is you have to be getting a refund. And a lot of times business owners, they don't get refunds because you have the self-employment taxes. You got to pay your estimated taxes. Most of the time business owners have a balance due. So it's no way to do that. The only way you can do that is if you are entitled to a refund.
Oh, wow.
You can't
Well,
just
I mean,
do
yeah,
that,
that makes
you
sense.
know. So yeah.
That makes sense. I did not know that a lot of business owners don't get money back. Is that because they're making an extreme amount of money? Is that what's happening? I mean, because if that's the case, then, I got a lot more work to do because I want that problem.
Yeah. They make a lot of money, but a lot of the biggest thing, they don't understand the tax code. The thing is, you have to pay your estimated taxes. If you have they have self-employment taxes. If they're sole proper LLC, a lot of times they have self-employment taxes on top of their federal taxes. Now you got two taxes to pay. And so a lot of times they don't know that. That's why I say I educate too. And so if you got that, you should be paying your estimated taxes, meaning every quarter you have to pay the IRS some money based on how much money you making for that quarter. A lot of them don't know that. So
yeah, so it makes it easier if you do it that way. So that way you're not hit with it at the end. Is that what you're saying?
Right. And it's a possibility that you could get a refund back if you end up paying them more. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they don't know that. So at the end of the year, they have a big tax bill.
I see. That's really interesting. Well, I know I've learned a lot from this interview so far, because, I think that taxes is one of those areas that a lot of people are ignorant in. And a lot of people should have gratitude for people like you who are out here trying to make sure that you're not just filing paperwork for people, but you're trying to help them to understand the process of what these things mean, all of the different factors of tax preparation and bookkeeping, and getting people on track, right? So that they can feel comfortable and good with the way that so it doesn't have to be a hassle. Every time, tax season comes around, it doesn't have to be a hassle. It could be something that is more so just is ease in it, right? And so I appreciate the fact that you do approach your work in that way. So to wrap this up, how can our audience connect with you and learn more about DMS bookkeeping?
Okay. So you can call me. My number is area code 901-810-8100, or you can email me. It's Dorothy at dmsbizhelp.com. So
all right, and you have a website, right?
And I have
so
a
you
website.
Tell them your website as well.
My website is dmsbizhelp.com. That's my website.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dorothy. This has been an amazing interview. We really appreciate your time, your energy, and for accepting our invitation to be the BWEC newsletter winter 2024 featured entrepreneur. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you to my team. If y'all have not seen our t-shirts yet, you need to look at them. Okay, look at these t-shirts, y'all. We designed the hell out these t-shirts. Okay, all right. So
you got your name on the back.
We even have the name on the back. So if you want a Black Women's Entrepreneurial Collective t-shirt, proud member t-shirt like we have here, let us know. Contact us And make sure you join the Black Women's Entrepreneurial Collective if you are a Black woman entrepreneur. And the information will be in the YouTube description. So join us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. See you.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the BWEC podcast. Please like and subscribe.